Benson here with another fragrance review. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today I was able to get my hands on a small sample of Boy Chanel, so I wanted to do this video to simply just have a first impressions on what I thought about this fragrance. If you'd like to hear more about it, hear my thoughts, just keep watching. So if you're a fragrance lover, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I'll be releasing tons of new videos on perfumes and releases and some oldie but goodies as well. So be sure to subscribe, like this video if you loved it, and comment, because I love comments. So if you're a fragrance lover and you like to have fun, make sure you subscribe. Boy Chanel was launched in 2016 by Chanel. The nose behind the fragrance is Olivia Polge. The notes of this fragrance are lavender, rose, lemon, grapefruit, geranium, orange blossom, sandalwood, heliotrope, vanilla, and musk. So this is a fragrance for someone with more refined taste. This is definitely for someone who knows who they are, knows what they like, someone who doesn't care about trends, and someone who appreciates and has a fondness for the past. First of all, let me tell you, I love the packaging on the Les Exclusifs collection. I think it's so beautiful and modern. It looks amazing sitting on top of a dresser. It's just, Chanel, you know your customer. You do. The fragrance has moderate sillage. It's not something that is overwhelming at all. This fragrance is so polite and so quiet, but it has a presence about it. If I had to describe this fragrance in 3 words, I would say it is romantic, nostalgic, and classic. A powdery floral with a strong vanilla base. The dry down is really beautiful. I would say it almost dries down to something that is soapy and laundry-like. I have to say, when I first sprayed this on, I did not love it. It smells very masculine, but not in the contemporary sense. I feel like the opening is a little bit too masculine for me, but once it dries down, it is something that is more wearable for a woman. The name of this fragrance was inspired by author Edward Seppel. His name was Boy, so hence Boy Chanel. He was an English polo player and he was famous for having a love affair with Coco Chanel. To really have a fond appreciation for this fragrance, you have to understand what was happening in this time. So timeline wise, author Seppel was born in 1881. He started his love affair with Chanel in 1909. So can you imagine? We're talking about a period that is so far removed from what's happening now in fragrance. This scent is completely off the grid for modern contemporary perfume. This is truly something that is in a class of its own for fragrances being launched in 2016. Right off the bat, this fragrance to me reminded me of Shalimar. And Shalimar, you know, is a classic perfume, and I believe it was created in 1921. So again, we're talking about something that smells very nostalgic, reminiscent of a period in history where people dressed very elegantly and refined. People were walking the straight and narrow, not to offend anyone. And men were very gentlemanlike, very chivalrous, if you know what I mean. I don't know that I would wear this. I don't know that I personally would buy a full bottle of this. I do I do like it, but it's so far removed from what I like in a fragrance that it's a little bit of a stretch for me to pull it off. I think it would smell amazing on a man, but I personally am just a little concerned about how much versatility you would be able to get out of this fragrance. It's so elegant and so refined and so classic that I feel like it would only work in particular settings, like a classy dinner or a really fancy night out. I could picture a male on the red carpet saying, "And I'm wearing Boy Chanel." Just seems so upscale and classy and tasteful that I feel like you might have a little bit of trouble wearing it. It definitely strikes me as a perfume that maybe a modern sort of hipster would like to wear, who appreciates the early 1900s and loves that throwback sort of edge. I personally think on a man this fragrance does smell really nice. But I don't know that I would want to smell this on like a 40-year-old plus man, because then it might just smell old. It's important to note as well that this smells very Chanel-like. I mean, what is it about Chanel that it just always seems to capture that Chanel scent? So is this fragrance unique? Well, it's kind of hard to say. This is not something that's groundbreaking in the sense of, something that you've never smelled before. You've definitely smelled something like this before, but will you probably smell anything like this from this point on? I don't know. I mean, this fragrance is so throwback that men's fragrances are not even going in this lane. What all other companies are doing right now is something that is more sexy and provocative and dirty and fresh and clean. That's not this fragrance. This fragrance is for someone who is extremely particular, someone who knows themselves, because I feel like if you're a man who wears this, who decides to wear this, you have to have a lot of confidence, and you really don't care if someone likes it or not. It's just my general feeling that women might not like it as much as other modern fragrances are doing in this time, because it smells so classical. Perfume brands these days are training us all to like a certain type of fragrance for a man, and this is not it. This is definitely not it. This is more of a scent that you'll appreciate, and in the right context, it will be amazing. So that concludes my first impressions video of this lovely scent, Boy Chanel. Let me know if you've tried it. Have you heard anything about it? Are you curious to try it? I personally would like to hear from women if they've tried it, or if they would be willing to buy a full bottle of this. I would also like to hear from the men to see if a woman were to wear something that is so masculine. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how are we feeling about this? Do we like that or no? Anyway, let me know in the comment box below, and of course, as always, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I always appreciate your time here. You know this. We have a good time here, don't we? Thank you so much for watching, and I will chat with you next time. As you know, the best discussions happen after the video over at tiffbenson.com, so go there now and leave a comment. Let me know what's on your mind. Also, make sure to subscribe to my site for exclusive content only shared via email. Make sure to share this video with a friend, and I'll see you next time.